They sued me because the roots of my tree were splitting their driveway. So I had to show their penny-pinching construction hurt my tree instead. My home is on a peaceful corner lot and had a gigantic 100-year-old oak tree, healthy, gorgeous, and quarantined by the city. Then my new neighbors arrived. They were fixated on saving money and taking corners off everything. One night, Brian Thornton came to my door with a clipboard and said, "Your tree roots are under our driveway. We're cutting them tomorrow." I glanced at his pictures. Those were structural roots. Cutting them would kill the tree. I explained that to him and offered to shift his driveway. He didn't give a care. "They're on our property," he claimed. "We can cut them." That night, I began to do some research on city codes and struck pay dirt. My oak was a heritage tree with protection. You can't even touch it without a permit and a certified arborist on hand. The following morning, I phoned the city. An inspector arrived, just as their crew was preparing to dig. He put a stop to it immediately. Brian was angry. "You're costing us thousands." I just replied, "The law's the law." They contracted a low-cost arborist who signed off on cutting the roots. But this report seemed bogus. No actual measurements, no breakdown. I called in my own expert, Dr. Patricia Chun, a certified arborist with 3 decades of experience. She examined the tree and demonstrated those roots were essential. Her report was sound, and the city canceled their permit the same day. That's when they sued me. Their lawyer claimed my tree was damaging their property. My attorney warned them, if they touched that tree, we'd countersue for $80,000. The replacement cost of a century-old oak? During the case, my lawyer found proof that their contractor had warned them from the start. He told them to redesign the driveway to avoid the roots, but they ignored him to save money. Was still, they'd already performed unauthorized excavation that harmed smaller roots. Dr. Chun verified it in her subsequent report. She established that the tree was suffering due to their construction, not mine, so we countersued on grounds of negligence, heritage, tree harm, and unlawful work. At the hearing, the judge reviewed everything: contractor warnings, bogus reports, unauthorized work, and declared their case weak. He ordered them to settle. They dropped the suit. I agreed to not charge them if they redid their driveway in conformity with the roots. It cost them $8,000 extra. But karma wasn't finished yet. The city came out to their property and found several code infractions. They got fined and hit with stop work orders, losing 3 months and $20,000 to repair it. Now, my 100-year-old oak remains standing in my front yard, healthy, safeguarded, and gorgeous. And each time I step outside, I recall one thing. Sometimes the greatest revenge is merely being aware of your rights. Subscribe for more wacky neighbor and property tailies.